Alright, oh my phone is on, oh my lord. Alright, konbanwa. Oh, we're gonna move on to game 3. It's gonna be Yukakina coming out here for the AWG, and we're gonna be having RC here, Survivor side. We're gonna be seeing the Acrobat, Forward, Female Dancer, and Psychologist. We're gonna be spawning as Backgate Middle, World 3, Umbrella Gate, and then Ivory's gonna be at the mini corner there on towards the right hand side of, well, not corner, but like a side. And then Yukakina is going to spawn directly next to make the cross shape formation here for this spawn selection mode. I mean, for this game overall, we get a tie from both sides. We will be moving on towards round 4, so that's going to be quite lovely to see. But moving on towards the persona traits we go, it's going to be a Windows Speed Boost on a Psychologist, tie turner on Acrobat. We're also bringing Forward with an Acrobat as well, alongside with Female Dancer as the Windows Speed Boost. And of course, Yukakina here with a Trump Card Detention, Blink. But overall, for our RC Survivor, I think what I realize a lot about JP survivors is that they tend to like to bring tie turner as forward quite a lot instead of flywheel. Though I do feel like maybe flywheel wouldn't be bad, especially if you're gonna main aim for harass. And since Acrobat has it anyways, I think forward having flywheel or just Windows Speed Boost overall shouldn't be too harmful for you. But going back in towards the game, it seems like we want to chase after the Acrobat here, but not being able to find anyone right now. Ivory's the only one decoding as a Psychologist, but Psycho here being spotted out immediately. We don't see where Acrobat. We could potentially go for the Psycho, but even with the Psycho here as Yukakina right now, didn't really turn backwards. We could use a speed boost. I think we already used one. Yes, just to stack up with this one as well. So that's going to be a very first, well, it's not an early first hit. It's already 5 seconds into towards the game. But since this is a cycle with no items anyways, you can say it's quite justified. Jumping over the pallet right there, Psycho gonna jump down. There is a window nearby to use, but it doesn't seem like it'll be used at all, simply because of the fact that it's kind of hard to use a window in an area like that. Ivory taking up the second hit right here. We're gonna go back up the stairs, but since Yukakina here has a double, Yuka can just take the movement speed boost to jump over, and it does seem like for Psycho here, taking a window is a must right now. If we force out the blink, great. If we don't force out the blink, it's okay, cause even if we don't force it out, we'll buy too much time for the survivor. So Yuka here immediately coming out with the blink. We're gonna go with a trump card detention with double pallet breaking, and of course Mischievous if I'm not wrong. No wanted order. City is nearby, of course. We do get the blood trails, footprints prompt, blood trails prompt. But overall for the Acrobat right now, around 4 balls on hand. After this rescue, you could potentially have 5 balls. 1 month ball, well actually no. Acrobat needs 100 more decoding progress, at least, for the next white ball. But from what we're seeing here as well, Acrobat's already rotated out. City here is currently at the corner, but it seems like we maybe can we spot him out? We did not spot him out. Oh, okay, I don't know about that ball there now. City made a grave mistake. Soba's also on his winning right now, but Yukakina here realizing this as well, currently going back as fast as we can, sees where the forward is right now, but with 2 seconds left on Typhoon, can we perhaps Typhoon this one? We could Typhoon this one. That's not too bad overall. We can get the hit on towards Psycho. Okay, Psycho, Terry Shock hit. That's going to be max presence here. Opened for Yukakina. That's not a good sign as well with a Terry Shock hit, because we shouldn't be doing that. Especially with the fact that after that hit, if it was a normal hit, it'll be 1 hit right before its max presence. So for here right now, not Yukakina, sorry. Ivory made a huge mistake, but hiding right behind the ladders right there, just so we can buy a little bit more time with the cherrying progress. But seeing the Cypher Machine progress here, we are missing currently 1.5 Cypher Machine, bare minimum. The other 3 Cypher Machines are going to be popped. The 4 Cypher Machine at 50%, and one full Cypher Machine remaining here. Acrobat's currently at half health. Acrobat is currently the one that's actually in danger right now. But if forward becomes the next chase here as well, it actually shouldn't be too bad for Yukakina, simply because of the fact that forward doesn't have anything to contain with except for a bot. He may be able to vault fast, but once again, you're still dealing with a night watch at the end of the day here. But the mind games here are coming in quite nicely here, especially for forward. They already bought quite a lot of time here with the loops back and forth, and didn't even pull that much distance between, well, pulled a lot of distance actually between himself and the night watch, so it's kind of not beneficial for night watch. but getting a normal hit right there, still have a ball remaining, so it's okay for now. Yukakina does have a dash ready to go. That's going to be the first dash coming. We need to save the second one for the speed boost at least, but with 3 seconds remaining until our next skill is up and ready to go. If someone really drops this right now, we could potentially vault over, but Blink is going to be ready soon as well. We could potentially blink down here, but seeing the Cypher Machine progress right now, we are going to be able to pull Soba back, and there goes down Soba here immediately. We have, by the way, trump card for the abnormal, but with that 81%, well, with that 90% Cypher Machine, it seems like Rowdy is going to be able to at least force that one open. Okay, Rowdy did manage to force that one open, thankfully. That's going to be a slow music box right here. We have 2 choices. Well, we don't really have any choices because with Female Dancer dropping in the music box, if you do break the pallet, she'll dance away towards her next music box and then dance again to make it towards the chair. But if you decide to go in for the hit, you may not actually hit because of the double music boxes right here. We did manage to get a pull back here at least, but Yukakina here a little bit. Oh, very nice blinkish. We are going to be seeing if... Wait, Yukakina lagged. Oh, no, that is bad. But we did manage to get a hit on towards the 4 right there. Cypher Machine is currently primed. Cypher Machine pop. Dungeon is not close at all. But with Soba right here having nothing remaining left to use, we do have... We do have a... Well... Oh, okay, we vaulted over. Okay. Charge attack hit seems like it didn't manage to do much here, sadly. So we did not get anything back because of the slow music box here once again. This is such a long mind game that we're playing right now, but we're able to vault over that one as well. Forward still having half a ball remaining right now. We cannot break the pallet here because Forward still has a half a ball. Yukakina does realize this as well. Forward having too many balls. Now we're gonna pull the ball. We are going to be able to pull the ball. So about being able to rotate towards the area where he wants to go, but there's no dungeon nearby here though. With no ball, well, with barely any balls remaining, let's congratulate Yukakina here for the tie game. Let's move on to our second half then, shall we? Okay, onto area selection mode we go. For second half, we're going to be having forward by backgate, Professor is actually middle, Prospector at Umbrella Gate, and then the Embalmer at 2-story. We're going to be seeing Aka here coming out as the Waxar is spawning on towards the right hand side of forward. Overall, for the spawn location, I wouldn't really spawn like that. 2 reasons. First reason being the fact that you want to spawn towards the left hand side of forward to lock the Cypher Machine, which where Embalmer is. But Aka here may actually be team that Embalmer needs to rotate away from his own coffin anyway, so there is really no point in locking that Cypher Machine because his presence by spawning there is probably more than enough to get Embalmer out of the way. But of course, for the survivors here overall, if Aka really... Well, it seems like Aka is actually locked in there. Okay, Aka has locked in there. Fair enough. Let's move on towards the persona traits then, shall we? We're going to be having Window and Flywheel on towards the Embalmer. That's going to be a Window Speed Boost on the Professor, Flywheel on the Prospector, and of course the Tightener here on the forward main. We're going to be seeing Aka here with a Trump Card Detention Blink trait. For RC here to win against AWG, we're going to be needing a 3-man elimination, but if AWG Survivor gets a 3-man escape, we will be congratulating AWG for winning against RC. But we'll be moving on towards the game shortly, as we are in here right now. is spawning quite closely towards the Wax Artist here, but it does seem like for Aka, our Wax Artist, their main choice is to actually go towards middle. Sees where the Professor is right now, but even if you do see where Professor is, you're trying to look back to see where the forward is. Trying to catch forward here out of position is going to be pretty hard, but our next target may actually just be Nameko here as well, seeing where the Wax Artist is, but we are able to land a few wax on towards Nameko here, thankfully. That's going to be around 76% wax. Preferably here, we need to land 100% wax. We cannot be greedy here since we did get such a nice early game wax, so there we go. We're gonna hit. Okay, we're gonna hit, so this allows Prospector to actually rotate in straight towards 2-story, but even if Prospector rotates in here, he's gonna get an odd 70. Okay, he didn't get any because of the railings, the stair rails, so that's fine, I guess. With 7 seconds remaining on blink, this is quite a fast down, but it does seem like we are going to get a pull, but that pull didn't really do much. So ooh, that's a brilliant blink in. With Kaudu being downstairs as well, we are going to be able to lock the cipher. Breaking the pallet here is going to be most priority, and of course Wax Artist bringing trump card attention with double pallet breaking or triple pallet breaking alongside with desperate fight here. We also have fear installed, but no berserker, sadly. Wanted order has not been oops, wanted order has not been ticked off as well. With the Cypher machines are kind of not enough, but seeing where the Cypher machine is currently, seems like we want to get, okay, getting rid of the pallet here is very smart because we don't want them to rebound Kaioru for long, and then we can actually go straight towards Kaioru here if Wax Artist just realize what the professor is actually doing. But we did get a stun here. Even if this is a stun, it shouldn't be too long. Wax Artist should be able to recover pretty fast since there's a 15-second thing, but that's going to be a before half rescue. Very surprising for me. Thought that would be an after half rescue, but seeing from this side here as well, we are going to be able to get quite a lot of wax landed here. And that's going to be the pushback, okay, but even with that pushback there, we are going to be able to get a normal hit, and a Namako jumping down right here. We don't have, I guess you could say Prospector survived. But also, at the same time, when did this happen? When did this happen is a good question. Now then, Bamban has currently deployed the coffin up in 2-story area near laundry. We are going to be needing to lock a Cypher machine here. Meanwhile, the Prospector is going to be able to respond just about on time. Should be able to hide for quite a bit of time, but here is the main question. For Namako to hide, it shouldn't be too hard. Well, it should be really hard, sorry, because of the blue stick on the ground, but we should be able to see where the Prospector is from Aka's side of us as well, since he's by technicality showing where he is 24/7. But with this side note as well, though, being able to find Namako here, Namako not being able to rotate out, which is a little bit of a bummer, we are going to be seeing at least a tie guarantee here, so moving on towards extra round shouldn't be too hard here for Aka. Losing here will kind of be unlikely in my opinion. But it does seems like Prospector is doing a really good push and pull here, which is fairly nice. We're going to be able to lock the window and, of course, the pallet right there. The pushback, this is going to be, okay, this is going to be a stun. That's fair enough. 62% wax here on towards oh, we are gonna get a stun. That's fair enough, but it doesn't seem like Prospector is able to live for any longer. That's gonna be a brilliant flywheel, and we managed to vault over it. Okay, never mind, forget what I said. We need to lock the pallet here once again. That's very nicely done. And of course, Namako definitely has to go down right here. We need to lock the Cypher machine here, of course, from Bamban's side. Now, Embalmer is actually the one with no items here remaining, so if we do chase after Embalmer for endgame, with that Cypher machine locked from this area as well, if we do get Embalmer down, Embalmer is an immediate down situation even if the Cypher machine pops. So for Aka here, he does realize his 3-man elimination opportunity comes from this Embalmer. But Embalmer also realizing this as well, pulling out quite a lot of distance here, going straight towards 2-story, in which there's no Cypher machines remaining here. But Aka seems like he's going to give up on the thought of Embalmer, wanting to look for someone else here instead who wants to come in to decode the Cypher machines. We do have Embalmer's 2 Cypher machine, one at Laundry and the other one at where he originally was. But with no hot wax here, a little bit unfortunate, we are going to be able to see... Sorry, we aren't going to be able to see an immediate meltdown here from the Wax Artist. Now then, we're going to be locking the Cypher here immediately towards Laundry. Forward is also nearby as well, but Forward does have an elbow pad occupied on him. Forward genuinely did a really good job. I would say Forward did a really good job on the double ball pull just to get the before half rescue. I was more surprised that was before half rescue, I won't lie. But it seems like for this error right now, Aka's just going to play a little bit of a long game here. Even when we do play the long game, we want to look for opportunities, but it doesn't seem like the survivors are allowing any opportunities for you. Seeing the Cypher machine locations, is going to be trouble towards this side of the map. There should be one more Cypher, but I'm not sure where it currently is. Seems like the survivor really wants to come back to decode that 73% Cypher machine, but with so much time, you know, being wasted here as well, we would say that it's the survivors' ways of, you know, just doing what they need to do. But we didn't manage to get anything there right there. There's going to be a stun registering on towards Aka there with a mini shell. Well, with the shell shock, it's not really a mini shell shock. And then Aka lagged? Question mark? I don't think he did. He's actually okay right now. But seeing it from this side as well, double Cypher machine is going to be primed very soon. Kaioru here is going to take a normal hit. Okay, Hawk's is going to be open very soon. We are going to have to land. We cannot land the full wax right here. Aka, wait a second. Did you forget what Alf did today? Aka, you can't forget what Alf did today. Okay, we are going to be able to pop the Cypher machine here immediately. It does seem like Kaioru is going to go straight towards the window here, but we also cannot let Kaioru down here. Okay, we want to lock that cipher machine. Teleport is ready to go. We're going to teleport over immediately. Let's see who's nearby. It's going to forward. Forward having one elbow pad here remaining. That's still okay for the survivor. We're going to be able to elbow pad away, but it doesn't seem like we're able to do much right here as well. Forward trying to down a little bit further away as possible, but in this situation, especially with the fact that we need to chair forward, the exit gate is already currently being open. It's probably going to be at 40% by the time that we finish chairing forward and walking over there. I don't think you're going to be able to lock that exit gate on time unless you're going to somehow be able to do it. But of course, for Anka side, guaranteeing the tie here is definitely the most important. Let's move on towards extra rounds then, shall we?